All right, welcome back to Iowa Bourbon Bracket. Second round of 8. Got another guest here for this round, Joe Hayhoe, otherwise known as the Blind Pig Basement Pub.
Yep.
You see him on TikTok, you see him on Instagram. Caught my eye with the awesome speakeasy that you built
Appreciate
during
that.
COVID. So tell us a little bit how this whole social media thing kind of came to.
I've got in my wife will punch me when I get home if I don't give her all the credit for this. So at first I didn't want to document anything.
Yeah.
And I was about as anti TikTok as it gets, just because I thought it was kids dancing and lip syncing and things along those lines. So once I had the speakeasy completely built, I started kind of doing some stuff on Instagram, and then she finally talked me into doing a TikTok account, and then that took off immediately, which I give her all the credit for.
Yeah.
And she always lets me know that I should have started that when I was tearing down walls and building the actual thing, because people eat that stuff up. But yeah, social media is a strange beast.
Oh, I imagine.
And things take off for reasons I will never understand. The algorithm, I'll never understand it. I've just always kind of operated by if I think something's funny, I'm going to put it out there. If other people don't think it's funny, that's fine. Or if other people don't like it, that's fine. I'm doing it for my amusement. If other people are entertained by it, then all the better.
Yeah, that's kind of what I decided to do this. I was like, I want to know, and I like bracket stuff. And when I started doing TikTok and stuff, it was my daughter is on. I have a teenage daughter; she's big into it. And then she got annoyed that I was doing it after a while. So she's like, "Dad, all my friends see your TikToks and stuff." So but yeah, it's just taken off. It's I don't even know how many followers do you think you have now on
I think
all mediums there?
Probably 175,000 maybe ish, around there.
So obviously probably the showing of the pub was probably the biggest video.
Yeah.
What since then has kind of taken off?
That's probably the biggest one. The tours and anytime I do something new in there or change anything in there, I document a lot of the barrel picks we go on, and people tend to eat that up quite a bit. Or trips to Kentucky and distilleries and things along those lines.
Yeah. How many distilleries have you been to out there?
Oh gosh,
a bunch.
A lot. Yeah, a lot.
I was just there for a work trip, and we got like 3 or something. It was a half day thing, but it was really cool just to go by that many. You can't
incredible.
You can't throw a golf ball without hitting 2 or 3 of them.
It's incredible down there. Yeah, absolutely.
And one of the cool things I thought was I feel like they're all related somehow too. Like
there's some sort of connection to everybody down there in one way, shape, or form. And even if they aren't related, they all treat each other like family. Even if they're competing distilleries, it's one big family down there.
Yeah,
it's awesome to see.
Yeah,
it's a great.
Should we
time.
Get into this number 3? I guess right here.
Number 3.
All right, let's give it a try. I feel like off the bat that this is a barrel aged one.
Yep.
Because it's
got the proof.
Now, and it's got a little bit stronger oakiness, but I like this one. I feel like would be awesome with a cigar, like sitting out. You see my back patio out here, sitting out there with a cigar on a 70-degree night with the fire going. That's what this
well, look, tastes. I mean, the viscosity of it is. Look how thick that is.
Yeah, that's what I get on this taste.
That's a higher proof one for sure.
Oh yeah,
that's.
But I like it. It's smooth, and it just tells me
very flavorful.
This is going to help me relax at the end of the night. So you got this basement pub. It was kind of cool. One of the things I thought I once lived in a house in Waterbury area that was a speakeasy, a legitimate old speakeasy, had crazy wood paneling everywhere.
That's awesome.
They say this, like the neighbors presented this story and stuff. There was a tunnel between my house and the house next door, which was actually a brothel too.
Okay.
So it's on 48th Street in Des Moines if you want to look it up.
Not in operation anymore though, correct?
I mean, I don't know who the new owners might do, but maybe so. But yeah, it looked. Your pub has that really old school speakeasy vibe. You nailed that.
I appreciate
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, when I built it, all I knew I wanted was that Murphy door, the hidden door, and I had zero idea what I was going to be doing behind it.
Yeah,
and then it just kind of snowballed out of control.
Yeah,
really fast.
It's become really cool, and I think so. I know you do a lot of stuff with whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're a big mellow corn
Love
proponent.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of some other random stuff thrown in there.
Yeah.
When you have a whiskey and you want a cocktail, or is
Mm-hmm.
it going to be old fashioned, or is there?
I would say probably 9 times out of 10 it's an old fashioned. Yeah.
Where in town do you like to go for?
Oh
an
gosh,
old-fashioned?
the list is endless.
Yeah.
Bubba for sure makes a phenomenal old fashioned. The Winchester Pub makes a great old fashioned. Oak Park makes a very good old fashioned. In Confidence serves the same old fashioned that Proudfoot and Bird serves.
Mm-hmm.
It's a vanilla old fashioned, which is very, very good. Hello Marjorie has a good one.
Who doesn't?
Bartender's Handshake has a really good one.
So
there's great old fashions.
When you make one at home,
mm-hmm.
what's your bitters ratio?
I'm going. Typically, I'm going to do 2 dashes of orange, 2 dashes of Angostura.
See, I go 6 dashes.
6.
Orange, 2
yeah,
Angostura.
So I know people that are
I
like
love
a bitter
the
heavy.
orange,
Yeah,
so but 2 Angostura, 6 orange.
Yeah.
That's kind of that's my go-to, and then I use the Demerara.
Yes, it's got to be Demerara.
Yeah. So awesome. So let's try the second one.
Next one.
Let's give that a try.
Ooh, smells lighter.
Tastes like pancakes and syrup to me.
That is very sweet.
Yeah, it's lighter, mapley. Probably a different occasion. Not like when I typically drink whiskey and drink it neat, I want it to relax and calm down.
Yep.
So the first one speaks to me a little bit more.
That's more of like a quintessential bourbon note.
Yeah, and this
one's like a dessert.
Yeah, and I feel like I can make some really good cocktails with this one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not necessarily something I would run out for. Whereas this one definitely speaks to me a little more. So
that one is a much sweeter whiskey.
Yeah. So you lean in,
that's got to be a higher corn mash bill than.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards
number 3.
Number 3 for
sure.
Well,
let's see what number 4 is, which we both thought was a little sweet.
Mm-hmm.
It's another
Steeple Ridge.
This is the single barrel cask strength, which I thought was very sweet when I first tasted it too. In fact, my first thought with this one is my wife would like this.
Okay.
In fact,
it's more approachable.
Yeah.
What's the proof on that?
It is 112, surprisingly. So
doesn't drink like 112.
Yeah, it's definitely more approachable than that. So
I've got a feeling this could potentially be a Cedar Ridge.
I think it's Cedar Ridge barrel proof.
Mm-hmm.
Cedar Ridge bottled and bond.
Mm.
So
drinks a little hotter than 100 proof.
Yeah. Both great whiskeys. Like I said, I think this one is a great entry level for if you're trying to get somebody to try drinking whiskey neat for the first time.
Yeah, the sweet notes on that.
But can't go wrong with either one.
Yeah.
Joe, thanks for joining me.
Absolutely.
Super fun.
Thanks for having me.
Fun night here. So
anytime. We can do this every Monday.
All right, let's do it. Thanks. We'll be back.